Morning, sports fans. How are we doing this morning? Maybe I should use the damn headsets for these things anyway. I don't know. Sometimes I think these damn things are a pain in the ass. But, what the hell? It breaks down on me. Grab more duct tape. So, we get this on. We shove this in here. And then watch all hell break loose. You know, it really helps, especially when I have to do sound checks on myself at this point over here just to see what the hell's going on. Well, we return to see, as you might know, a little late in the introductions. I don't care, I'm not even alive or awake yet. It's only 8 o'clock in the morning. 3 hours before my class starts anyway online. It's the 4th. My God, it's November 4th, 2020. How's that? How does that work? It's supposed to be the day after election and all hell breaking loose and everyone else is freaking out. And yet you turn on the regular news of what's happening these days. And then you see on the screen, oh, nothing's changed. Car accidents here. What I hadn't seen last night or even heard anything, going through the internet like crazy, and through Twitter and Facebook. Where the hell's the damn outrage? Or are we expecting the rage to happen today? We're all waiting on pins and needles and everything else going on right now just to see whether or not if we're going to destroy landmarks or anything else this morning because we didn't like the damn outcome. We don't even know what the damn outcome is. Now, we already know what the outcomes are regarding our local elections. We've already got that information. But it's the national that's driving people crazy. Now, as I've said before, back over to national stuff, not the local stuff. However, I prefer doing the local. It's good. I saw too much of the national yesterday. I saw too much of the local happening across my windows. I was trying to post something like that online of how things were going, how things were progressing, how things are absolutely blitzkrieg going on. I mean, absolutely blitzkrieg. Now, certain places, yeah. But in my neighborhood, there was like a lineup already about 6 o'clock in the morning. And by the time the polls opened up at 7 o'clock, we already had about 10, 15 maybe in line. Now, me, I live in an apartment complex with a big enough community center that will actually accommodate a barely adequate polling center. And the maintenance guys worked on that thing for about a week, trying to clean it up. And then by the time we have it ready, it's ready to go. You had to go into the entrance, and you got over here. You got your long tables over here with the poll workers with the paperwork. You check your identity, fill things out, get your ballot. And then for a couple of more spaces after that, and not even spaced out, you get the vote in your voting booths. Now, there's a lovely COVID-19 going on at this point over here. And I couldn't talk about politics yesterday because it's boring the shit out of me. No, I'll take that back. Scratch that. Not boring the hell out of me. Stressing me out to the max. Okay? Stressing me out to the max. Okay? Outside we have a table set up. And one of our picnic tables we have out there. Of a sanitizing station. Before you go into the polling station, you get sanitized. Hand sanitizer, mask, wear it. That's what they did. So everyone who came with a mask, very few people actually didn't have it, so they were given it. And they voted. Took them about 5-10 minutes each. The lines were going. Sometimes the lines had to wait because we only had maybe like a few spots in there for the polling stations. And not much room to be, not to have any spacing. You just had to work with what you had. That's why they had to have masks, to make sure that we weren't spreading anything. And hoping that we weren't a spreading center in the first place. Outside now, we have finally road construction crew. Now, for the past couple of weeks, since last week, all the way through this week, we had signs saying, you can't park here. All the way up from the sign of Edwards Air Force Base, all the way down to Sierra Highway, along our main street of Roseman Boulevard, named after our town of Roseman. Well, it goes all the way as far as the end of the Antelope Valley. And now the construction project is only between Sierra Highway, and it is a highway. It is a recognized highway. All the way through Edwards, up to the Edwards area. So they had their equipment yesterday ready. But last week they were told, when they were grinding up the street, that we had a polling place over there. They couldn't do anything. So they waited, and now this morning, their equipment goes. So now we're going to see and hear equipment going off all morning. Up and down the street. Which, yes, it should be anyway for today, anyway, just to rattle our nerves even further. Our parking situation sucks. The parking situation regarding the voting also sucked because we had they allowed temporary parking outside, not to mention our property, so put our neighbors into a bit of a pickle. But they realize every so often we have to have that clearance for people to park in, especially when we're using this area as a polling place. It's trade-offs. You want the convenience? Want to vote here? Be my guest. If not, we would have to vote about a mile away, which is not convenience for some of us disabled people in the first place. A hell of a long walk, I tell you that much. It's still necessary. And the only damn bus around here anyway to get my ass out of here from Roseman to Lancaster anyway. So. But in the end, today is a wind down day. Now we get back to the regular job of living. But also hearing about the politics even further, about county seats and states flipping back and forth and back and forth and back. It beats the hell out of me what the hell's going on these days. So in about a week we'll find out whether or not of our House and Senate are mixed up, or just messed up. Not to mention the presidency. Oh, yeah, current occupier in the White House is still thoroughly pissed off. Didn't get his way regarding voting. He didn't want anybody else to do mail-in ballots, but he can do a mail-in ballot. Sorry, pal, doesn't work that way. So he goes down to Florida. He flies down to Florida because he's got an address down there in Florida to vote. Even though he's got an address in New York, he's got an address in Florida. He's got an address in Washington, D.C. Go figure. So I know the politics are going to be talked about for God knows how long these days. Even afterwards. I mean, it's constant. Meanwhile, this is the month of November. This is the month preceding December, which is supposed to be the holiday season. Yes, if you didn't notice anything in the background, you're probably just as sleepy as I am. Not quite awake yet, you need more coffee. Me, I can't afford to have more sleep right now, even though I'd love to have more sleep at this point over here, because I got stressed out over to the max yesterday. I couldn't even nap. Well, some days I like to nap. An old farty nap. For nice, healthy guys, they don't nap as much. But for us older farts, I like napping. Sleep. Be able to get rid of my damn stress for a few hours, or at least for an hour or two, and then wake up and get to deal with it all over again. I wonder if some of us like to be unconscious. However, I did manage to take some time myself to get just a little bit of decorations going on in the place. Yeah, I know, it's a little bit me with myself. I know, you know, it's brunch. So, laundry, I couldn't even do laundry yesterday. But I was trying to get some stuff done yesterday. A little bit of redecorating, if you noticed, just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit, you hadn't noticed? You're more asleep than I am. You're way more asleep than I am. My little Christmas corner. My little science fiction corner. My little place to say, this is my area. Got a mouse here staring at me in the background there, along with a Star Trek sign of sorts. And besides that, I still needed to put up some more Christmas decorations on the window, because I needed to get this place looking a little Christmassy. Taking it a little slow, but not that slow. And I want to make sure that I am getting my stress level down. It's not all that easy. After all the things people go through, unique things, and sometimes common things. But some of these things are actually pretty damn stressful to a lot of people, and they have to do what they've got to do to relax. And find a little bit of joy in life, or a little bit of insanity anyway. So me, I chose this. I still have to find some way to get some decorations going on in this place, because I need it. I need to feel like Christmas is here. It's for my own psychological welfare. I mean, I did videos about this from a long time ago. And I was trying to say to myself and also to others what it is like to go through holiday seasons like this. I mean, we're all pretty much bummed and stressed out because we had to deal with death, loss, disease, politics, boredom, loss of life of all sorts that we've experienced and dealt with, of all the conveniences and necessities we had to modify like crazy. Some of them we had just threw out the window, basically. Learning how to use more and more of the mail orders to get the stuff that we usually can go out there and get. And I have to wait for a while for the mail to get over here because they're getting too damn overwhelmed. But that's what's happening these days, and it's crazy. It is crazy. We're dealing with a lot of stress in our lives that we just can't deal with, don't want to deal with. We can't cope with it. We don't want to cope with it. We ever have enough problems coping with it. Why should we cope with it? We're asking ourselves that question all the time. Why should we deal with this? Because this is not our fault. This is not our way. This is not. You can't. And there have been times I felt like saying that myself and also doing that too. But basically this video is the day after the election, where we're trying to breathe a little sigh of relief if we can. We've been stressed out to the max yesterday. I know I have. I mean, I can say that about myself. I've been stressed out to the max and still couldn't deal with it. Still not sure if it was a damn dream or a nightmare. And when I have to lose sleep over the damn thing and have a nightmare afterwards, I know I'm in trouble. I know I'm in trouble. And if I have to start putting on an old shirt over here that I have to throw in the damn wash and get the wash going. I couldn't even get the wash going yesterday because we had the voting going. Check this out. I should have. I could have. I had opportunity. I mean, I could have gone right through those damn lines with my damn laundry and just done regular things, you know? Live regularly. But I was so stressed out yesterday. The door was wide open. There was nobody in the laundromat. The laundromat is like, okay, we have a center here. Okay, use my hands for example, okay? We have the center here. We have the laundry center here. by the front door to the voting center, our community center, and it goes straight over to the street. Then we got the laundry center right over here, and it had empty rows of machines. I mean, it had machines, but nobody using them. And the door was wide open. Opens inward. But you get that drift. Perfect time to do it. Nobody was doing laundry yesterday. No guards at the door, no guards at the gate. We were so damn focused on what the hell was going on with the damn politics to the local, but besides that, with the national stuff left and right, they were barely talking about it, and they were not supposed to be talking about it when they get over to the voting place. Because they got this federal law going for the past decades. You don't talk politics in line. It could have been perfect timing for doing laundry. I got class today. I'm trying to wake up. And as soon as class is over, I got more work to do, and then the laundry sorted out for tomorrow. Get over to the laundromat, start getting the thing done, try to act as regular and normal as possible, without freaking out on who the hell's going to be president at this point over here, and if our 4 years are going to be a living hell or not, depending on our point of view, and depending on what we're looking at this point. Because right now, it's just insane. The politics is like that. So is the election time. I'm looking around here, not focused on the camera, because I'm just trying to see what other kind of damage there is to be done, or actually damage to be cleaned up, and to see normalcy. But yesterday it was reported that around the White House, they actually had people going nuts. But I didn't see this damn thing being posted on the frickin' media. And now they talk about it this morning. Flashes. Oh, now they go crazy. I swear to God. Anyway.